Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We're at the end. Scripted moment.
Now or never!
So that's it's a little cool down. Ooh, Sonic. I do like the piano melody. I like the piano melody here. The land and peace. Oh, there it is. We won. It's the last section that keeps goofing me up, so I did a slightly off screen, but I finally got it. Now, if you're on easy or normal, you just have to do the quick combo there. If you want the true final boss with the good bullet hell section, this is what you would do. What I just did. If you fail too many times, you will get an extra life, so that kind of does help out. But kind of the goal is to never stop firing. And kind of get those counters where you need it to begin. Ooh!
Please, look after Father.
Oh, that's kind of cute she called Eggman father. But, here we go. This is the end, and kind of my review of it all at the end. Hey, everyone's back. Yeah!
Woohoo! Yes!
All right!
I do like it that they made it a classic Sonic story with your friends, and they were skipping Sonic's face. I'm like, oh, that's fine. It's okay. That is rare to see Eggman kneel like that. So, that was the end of Sonic Frontiers. This is pretty good. Just for the sake of... Hold on. Oh, oh shit. Hold on a second. All right, had to avoid the copyright, but this was pretty good. I really liked it a lot, but there's some parts
So,
I did not like.
That was fun.
Let these guys speak.
But I guess it's time we got moving. I know you all have big plans.
You're gonna hardly recognize me when we see each other again.
I wonder if
Frontiers 2 or the next chapter.
Make a road trip out of it.
It'll
Well,
be
the
good to
expansion's
get
gonna
back
be
to my
back.
island. At least for a while.
We're wasting daylight. Let's go.
There we go. Alright, here we go. Are you kidding me? Again? So now I'm out of the copyright zone, so here we go. And we see Eggman being Eggman as usual. Very much politely setting up a sequel.
Father?
But most
That's my
importantly,
girl.
Sage. Sage is back, and I wonder if that's where the expansion will take place. So now let me give my official review on a lot of this stuff. Because I know some of you are begging to design to know, like, Joker, what is your opinion about this game? Come on, Joker, you're a fan of Sonic. Praise it, praise the power, praise it, praise the Lord. Sonic is back, and while I would like to say it's great to have him back, there's still some of the issues I still see with Sonic Frontiers that is still plaguing the franchise to this date. It's a new problems that appear up after the first adventure game and out here that I didn't think some people would have to experience yet again. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. The thing that I like how slightly distinct each of the islands are. Like, you get lush forests, deserts, volcanoes, and I would say more rain over here than the other two, but that's just me. Or once again, you're kind of back to just a island. I would like to be something to be a little more slightly tropical, but that's okay. That's just me, or just that's some more snowy mountains. But that's okay. So I like how the first two are very distinct. The last two are just like, they're alright. Nothing's too bad with them. They just maybe design-wise are not as memorable. This one's kind of a little bland to me. The third one is definitely better than the last one. But those first two areas kind of start off strong, really strong. Of that piano, like, ooh, this is so, mysterious. You don't know what this island is, what's it about. Like, why are you here along with Eggman and the rest? And over the time, it doesn't build. So, I'd like to say the mystery of the island reveals itself over time is a pretty good show up. It's a pretty good show up. It's stuff that we've done in films and also in entertainment literature over the years. So, it's good. Using all the good stuff. Like, where I keep telling you that Sonic Frontiers fighting himself in these two things, in a few areas, which still is very much using the good stuff, using a lot of good that you want to see. So that's a good thing. I think one of the downsides to that is really how things have come together more in the end. But again, the more positive is that I like the music for this one. I think the composers, all the did a great job, whether that be either slightly the battle music or the boss. The battle scenes are pretty good. But that piano melody, once you get on the island, once you start exploring, it's like, oh, this is so mysterious. Where are we? What are we doing? So I like that feeling of being back into unknown realm territory for Sonic, even if he's done it before me. So that's good. Sonic music tends to be strong at times. Sometimes it can be a little weaker than the other series, depending on which game you're playing and which composers are doing it. I think some of the best scores come from, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic and the Secret Black Knight, Colors, Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2, Unleash, Shadow the Hedgehog, and of course the classic Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Some scores can definitely vary in between on what you are liking and what you don't like. Music has always been subjective, and when you listen to the stuff, it can definitely vary. I think the music from Sonic 06 can be good, but it can definitely feel a bit more mixed. I say the music here is definitely within. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good. And Sonic games aren't meant to be long, so maybe just my opinion, but I like to see a bit of different, more variants over the years, and thankfully those variants come in with the actual Titan boss battles, because oh my goodness, They just go all out for it, just like with Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, if you play that, and of course Sonic and the Secret Rings. There's just something about listening to those boss music and Sonic and the Secret Rings where it's like, okay, they're going all out for that Wii title. And it was glorious. All vocal tracks, it's just something else. And when you hear the main theme play, you know, Seven Links of Hand during the final boss battle, it was pretty good. It was epic music. Like, yes! So that's the stuff that, you know, that I like. Here for the time boss battles, it's thank you to the singers, thank you to the songwriters, thank you to the musicians. They did a great job. It's like a good callback. And that's what I felt like with the music. It's a good callback to what worked with music in the other games are kind of what did. Not every track I kind of like. If I take more time to listen to them, I'm like, okay, my mind will change. But it's a pretty good experience. Definitely, I know there's no Crush 40 unless you, of course, right now with the update, you can listen to Crush 40 music when you start looking for them. So, out of the wild. So that is a bonus with the update. So, if you want to find your favorite track out there, it's probably out there. You just gotta go looking. You just gotta go looking for like a lot of people are doing right now. They're just looking for these tracks, but like, where is it? Where is it? So we can find it. It's like, you know, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So they can find it. So I like to say that is a good bonus to have. I think a downside for me with that is that it can definitely vary. Some stuff, I almost feel like one or two of the bad ones just repeat itself. I'm like, that's a little iffy, but you know, that's just me. You know, that's just what I think to myself. The time battles themselves are actually pretty good. They start standard-ish at most, but then once you ramp it up, it's like, okay, now I'm getting into the groove. So I kind of like that. Get the job done, you say, alright, that was a good boss battle. They just tend to repeat. Get the 6 Chaos Sermons, get the 6 Chaos Sermons first, the last one on Titan. And I'm like, that's okay. Hey, that's alright. And then the music kicks up, and you're like, oh hell yeah. And you're like, oh hell yeah, the music picks me up. So let's do this. And you're like, let's do this shit. It's good stuff. It's good music. It's good things that you get to listen to. It's great music. Helps you build that adrenaline. You're like, alright, I'm like Sonic. I want to fight you at the bench. Although still, it's still not going to be. It has come to this from Sonic and the Secret. I'm sorry, there was just something about that music when you hear it for the first time, when you're fighting a raging mist. It's just so awesome. But again, my opinion, although I'd like to say that best music. I'm going to say, Shadow the Hedgehog has shown the best music of Sonic. You have to listen to it. I say go for it. It's some really good stuff. Like you say, wow, it's good. And there's some good backstory for a couple of music artists. And what happens here, a few of the tracks are just going to be, quote unquote, lost to, you know, they're out there just like they're calling. It was pretty interesting to learn about that. I'd like to say the concept of going back to, say, Adventure 1 stylish for Frontier with that open world, it's both good and definitely very mixed at times. What I mean by that, I like the concept, I like the idea. I think my main issue comes down to what they're saying in the press release saying that, oh, people don't understand quite yet. This just comes down to, okay, having grind rails, you know, like jump, our springs and everything, and our platforming around the world is unlocking them all to you do the cutscenes around for a bit, find, you know, your question marks and everything else. If that's where the next part comes in, it's definitely the concept, like the idea, that unfortunately it didn't kind of work out. It's a little goofy, it's a little silly. Hopefully they kind of going to do that over with, but learn from that. Like, learn from the experience, learn from it, and kind of get better. That's the thing I always like to say, that if they can improve upon this formula, it's better. Are there still going to be some stuff that's going to be gated off to you? Yeah, some of the emeralds are gonna be locked up too. Which I say, hey, get the rings, get the keys, get the rings, so you can unlock all the chaos emeralds in one go. If you want to, make sure you're collecting the memory tokens so that you can do your friends' little cutscenes, finding cutscenes with Sage, which can help out build the story and the lore over time of this game. And I kind of like the idea of this connecting to the material that came before this game. And I think it's kind of a good idea. Yeah, if you listen to game theory, if you kind of watch the game theory video about this, it kind of does make more sense now when you look at, they have a right for the Archie comics. That's pretty awesome. That's brilliant. And I say always get people who work on the material because they might have a better understanding, if not more than some other people. And I kind of like that. It's a good idea to tie back in, he was Chaos in Adventure 1, and this is kind of like where they came from. I'm like, this is where the Chao came from. This is pretty interesting at how they are referencing the other games, on Lee with Dark Guy, and looking at other things, kind of a good hit. So this is still that same Sonic over the years, it's just someone else who's voicing it. I think that's pretty cool. That's awesome. They're going back to the lore before and tying things together. Is it a bit messy at times? Yes. Sometimes I'm like, wait a second, when did you guys remember find Dark Guy? That was like so many games beforehand. And it's like, okay, they kind of remember that, but our level of Dark Gaia, not really. And some bosses can be some reference to the other games. Like one boss, I'm like, okay, that's definitely King Arthur for one of the night bosses. Like the night one was definitely King Arthur, and a few other areas. So I'm like, this is pretty good to see all the callbacks and references to before. So again, it did it well, so that's a pass for me. I think the challenge going forward is, now that you've done it and now you're setting these characters off in their different worlds, like Tails has become his own hero now and not be in the shadow of Sonic, I think you can definitely do that now. It's kind of going to be sad seeing the gang leave now, but at the same time it's like, okay, they want to do different things now. Again, that's what the characters want, and I say go for it. It's just going to feel weird now without Tails. Tails has always been there since its inception, and so that's going to be weird having a game without him. So that's just my opinion, because I really like Tails. Tails is one of my favorite characters in the Sonic franchise. It's just slightly below Shadow, because I'm sorry, once you create a character that's very, in a way, sympathetic, that's just a good character in my opinion. That's a really good character. And just how dark Project Shadow was, again, it's like, it's just an awesome character. Shadow's an awesome character that deserves to have a game justice called Shadow the Hedgehog 2. Please, Sega, make me Shadow the Hedgehog 2. Please, don't make him edgy. Sonic Prime did justice than the Sonic Boom series. I'm sorry, but no, that's Shadow and Prime. Please, Sonic Prime, please. Netflix, it took a Netflix show to do him justice, please. And I'm watching you, Paramount and writers over there for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3. We're doing Shadow. You better do the film justice. I better hear, throw it all away in the movie. If I don't hear that, it's a 2 out of 10 movie. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't hear throw it all away or awesome variant of that. I'm done. But of course, obviously, I am joking right now because I think Junkie XL or Tom is pretty much a great composer overall, and I think he will do our boy Shadow justice. And there's a lot of things I can still say that, like, there's positive about this game. There's a lot of positive that I like to say that it has done well enough for me to say that it's a pretty good game. I think one of the downside is that, well, again, one of the downsides that I'd have mentioned beforehand, it can be just how the areas are made and how the levels are designed. And you can also see that with the cyber chase levels. I am sorry, but after a while, when you start to realize that, wait a second, I can either just go around the map and get the keys that way, or again, if you're kind of like me, just do some fishing at Biggs for a while, and then go get the TV. So that's one way. Finding the memory tokens aren't bad per se, they just take up a lot of time. And when you're coming off of, or at least I am coming off playing Hogwarts Legacy, where everything feels natural, things feel earned correctly, that I'm not wasting my time. It's a little downside to that, but it's also like, you know what, I just gotta get back into the habit of old gaming things. So that's fine, that's okay. It does get that slight Adventure 1 style where it's like, you're gonna be blocked off until you did this. So it's like, it's not too bad, but not as bad as Adventure 1 was. Where you can point for all, but like, crap, I don't have the item, we'll find it. This, at least things are marked down on the line. So like, I'm like, okay, I know where to go. It's how you're gonna get it. So that's the one. Part of the thing that I also have an issue with is how some of the story will progress. You'll progress for a while and then feel like I'm just rinsing and repeating things. Figure out what problems wrong with my friend, solve the issues, and then, you know, we're moving on from that. We're moving on. It at least goes at a nice pace. It's not going to take you drastically long. It only took me about 18 hours to beat the game, and you know, 15 for some people. But you know, if you want a better boss battle at the end, you just gotta switch to hard mode to get the full time section. If you want something easy to be done, like say I'm done with the game right now, I just want to be done, then switch it back to the other two different difficulties. So then you're fine with that. You'll be fine. I think another downside for me of this game is everyone said it, and I will say it. Oh my god, is there a lot of popping. Even on a PlayStation 5, this is a little bit of, am I right to worry, not to worry? Are things just getting too out of hand right now? I think a little more time in the polish would have helped benefit this game a little bit more, so there's not too much popping. They said that, oh, you don't know what you're doing, and like, it's there, it's there, it's there. I understand what you're trying to do, but it just feels weird seeing blind rails, springs, everything, like this looks okay, but there's some really good concept art that when you see the Titans, you're like, oh my god, that looks so cool. Like, they are cool when you get there. It just feels like, it's populated correctly, but it could always be better. I'm not talking about the Ubisoft Horizon style of, oh guys, just put everything in the game. Like, no. Let it come naturally, like Witcher 2, 3, Hogwarts Legacy, even Cyberpunk, despite Cyberpunk also being repealing, like, you know, the good stuff in the RPGs, a good Bioware game, a good Final Fantasy game, Square Enix, anything with an RPG or JRPG element that, you know, that introduces things naturally, that's not gonna be like, oh my god, I hate doing this for the umpteenth time. Like, it's there, just don't make it Sonic 06, where nobody liked that, and it felt like, oh god, like you're just wasting time. You should be like on the main quest, unfortunately. There's definitely a fan mod that they're trying to remake that game from the ground up, and I haven't seen a single thing yet, but I'm probably going to after this. I think that to me tends to be a downside is it can't be the story. The story's alright in my opinion. It's nothing gonna be like the older games from the OG era when Sonic started getting their voices, or the 4Kids era, or even, for me right now, this story is the best out of the Sonic Boom team. I'm sorry, I'm sure I say the Roger Craig Smith era for Sonic. So for his Sonic, this is the best story for Sonic that he has had since Sonic Colors. In my opinion, that's not a good thing. Sonic Colors was the last good Sonic game for some people, but after that, it just gets so mixed, like very negative. No one likes Boom, Rise of Lyrica, or the other Boom. If you have to like those titles, good for you, but they're not for me. I've seen Sonic at its high point, I've seen Sonic at its low point, and the point where they just can't figure out what to do with Sonic. And I feel like this is Sega's best effort in years for Sonic. Like, they really want to get Sonic a good game, and I think they did. You know, there's a reason why Queen's Don't Stop Me Now is playing, because they're having a good time. Sonic the Hedgehog was shocking to surprise people that it was one of those projects for film that this is the second film for movies, for video games, to have broken the video game adaptation curse. definitely the first one would be Pokemon and Detective Pikachu. Still getting that one. And, you know, afterwards we started getting better movies and shows. You know, Castlevania for Netflix went on a ended on a very much high note after season 4. And oh my goodness, we loved it. Dota did a great job and people loved that. And Arcane freaking broke the mold completely after Sonic. It was like, oh my god, they did it, they nailed it. You know, Arcane broke the mold completely, saying that, nope, the curse is done now. But that means it also had support of all the other titles that said, good job. And Sonic 3 is a movie that a lot of people are hoping to be successful. You want voice actors to come back, because Colleen came back for Sonic as Tails, and I love that. I love that she came back. People want voice actors. So who's gonna voice Shadow? I don't know. I hope it's one of the voice actors. If they get a Hollywood actor, let it be Robert Pattinson. That's like the easiest money you could get right now. You get his fans with Twilight and the Batman and all his indies right there as Shadow. His voice would fit Shadow perfectly. Other people hoping for Keanu Reeves, which I think that would be an interesting choice. But, you know, another fan favorite right there as well. So, who would I get as my definitive Shadow? If you had to pick someone, I'm willing to go a swing and pick Aaron Paul, because that would be a good choice for him to see. See if he's willing to do that. If he's willing to do that, but, you know, Sonic is looking bright. Another side of things I'd like to say that is a negative that I it can be some of the mini bosses. They're okay, they're alright, but after a while you just kind of start to get feeling of the idea of how these bosses work. I'm not going to say they're all bad per se. I'm here to say that after a while, just get the games or you just want to avoid them. Once you get to a certain point, like, they're okay, they're alright. Definitely do only get XP, very much to get the XP. Very much to get yourself the XP. But after a while, it's just like, they're great. Has Sonic been known to have some great bosses in the games? Shadow is like you know, the exception. You know, you got Chaos, you got a lot of good bosses here and there, but some of them can also be very mixed at times, especially on multiple playthroughs. I love Sonic Colors. They have some really good bosses in there. You got Sonic and Secret Ring, some good bosses, but some of them, if not all, that came down to get the opponent a few different times, and then you're good to get. Part of it is the experience, part of it is also going to be like, well, you're going to have to do this and that, but it's a thing for Sonic. Sometimes it's got some really good final bosses, and sometimes they're just a bit cheap. And sometimes you get something like Frontier variety where there's some good variety in them until a point, until like something. So that's a point. I think one thing that's also can be a negative factor to this game is that oh my goodness, with the abilities for skill trees for Sonic has never. I just think it's always been this. Black Knight is one thing. I'm just swinging around the sword and Sonic is meant to go fast, but. The abilities here, they get better, but the combat is very mixed. Sometimes it can feel really good. Other times you keep forgetting that, oh yeah, the guy has another ability, you should probably do them. But it's iffy, Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Once you get really going, it's like, ooh, now you're talking. But, again, back to the cyber levels I've got to mention, they're just okay. They're not the end of the world levels because you look at, oh my god, it's a really good level for back to 2D Sonic. 3D Sonic has always been iffy about that. But again, you look at the Leash, they had some really good day levels. On the Wii then! I'm sorry, Wii and PS2. On the console version for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, they can definitely be a bit more mixed. Same levels, probably extend a bit longer, but you gotta look out for stuff to advance the story as well, so it's a little crazy in how levels can vary from Sonic game to Sonic game. Sometimes you get good levels, other times you're like, they're alright, but these levels just kept repeating. They're the same levels, they're definitely fan favorites, but with slight variance in between them. They're not bad per se, I prefer a better variety. I like to see with no aisle. You know, you don't make a return. I like to see that I'd like to see all games from the Sonic games we haven't quite seen in a while, in a long time. So that's one thing. But what's my overall experience with this game? I think experience from an avid Sonic fan, it's still very good, but heavily flawed. This is a good, flawed game. Sonic is in the right direction. If Sega can improve a lot of things, then only I've said here, fix the level design, fix the open world. The music is still good, I just like to see some more variant of music out there, especially as a trumpet player out there through pretty much since 5th grade all the way up to senior in high school. I love to see more characters come back. I love to see Shadow, Queen, Vector. Who else is there? Oh god, there's so many different characters out there. Espino. I can't remember. Yeah, Charmy. There you go, Charmy. There you go. That was his name, Charmy. See, I gotta remember for a while. I would love to see these characters come back as well, and see, hey, what are they up to? Let's see Rouge the Bat. Let's see, E1, 2, 3 is kind of dead, so you need to have. I'd love to see other characters from games that we haven't seen in a while, so that would be a great return. If you get more stuff from the lore, I would love to see, what in the world are they up to right now? Their personal struggles or something that's going to happen. If Sonic just continues to survive, everything just needs to improve. This is on the right path to that improvement. Just gotta keep on improving and listen to some good. Of course, I'd love to see some more anime on the way. Please give me another sequel to that. Continue to make some good movies, and hopefully that Knuckles show is pretty good. But overall, I did enjoy this game. I enjoyed my time with it. It's good to a point, but I'm definitely gonna go in for the expansion of that. Oh, I just forgot to mention the update as well. You can find the music from your favorite Sonic game up there. So all you gotta do is, depending on how you complete the map or not, is just go to where they have the little music note, and then go find your music. So go for it. I just want to see how many tracks are in here because I'm a Sonic fan. I would like to listen to them without getting the YouTube copyright claim. So overall, good game. Hopefully the next game improves upon everything. They got a formula that's good, so let's keep it going. So anyway, thank you guys for watching the live stream. Thank you for joining the series, and I'll see you next time with a different live stream or whatever video I can expect. Thank you so much for joining. Just hit that like button, subscribe for more. I shall see you next time.